there. So a very, very good morning to everyone joining us this morning for an International Celebration of Dyslexia. My name is Hudson-Basing. I'm the Corporate Events Manager at London South Bank University. Really happy to be supporting this event with one of our fantastic former students, Carl Delou, who you'll see on screen. Carl is the mastermind behind this event and has brought it all together, and it's been wonderful working with him. I am just going to take you through some virtual housekeeping, starting with a short statement on respect and dignity. Everyone attending or speaking at an LSBU event, whether in person or virtually, should be treated with respect, dignity, and courtesy. LSBU operates an environment built on equality, inclusion, and acceptance. We value contributions, feedback, and comments, and wish to create a space for learning, sharing, celebrating, and bringing communities together. LSBU does not tolerate any form of bullying, abuse, harassment, or discrimination. Inappropriate behaviour, including that potentially impacts or contradicts LSBU's reputation and values, will be treated seriously and acted upon. Anyone exhibiting any example of this behaviour will also be removed from the webinar. We want our events to be an enjoyable, safe, and warm experience for all. Thank you for adhering to these guidelines. So just to take you through the Zoom functionality, we are on Zoom Pro, which means you're very welcome to turn your cameras and microphones on throughout the event. Obviously, if you could keep them on mute during the presentations, that would be fantastic. But we're really keen to get some live dialogue going. So we are recording. So if you'd rather not feature in the recording, please do keep your camera off, and we'll be dipping in and out of the chat box. Great to see people using the chat box already. Please continue to do so to share your thoughts and comments in there. I have enabled closed captioning, which are the subtitles that you can see appearing on your screen right now. If you wish to hide them, you can do so by clicking the little up arrow next to CC Live Transcript at the bottom of the screen, and you can click Hide Subtitles. But we do activate those in the interest of inclusivity and accessibility. There's also the Reactions tab down at the bottom as well, and you're welcome to use that, and you can do that to raise your hand to ask a live question during the Q&A time. Also, this is a really informal, kind of like friendly environment. So if you're just happy to pop your camera on and signal to me during Q&A time, I'm happy to come over to you that way instead. You can change the view. In the top right-hand corner, you should be able to change the view between gallery view and speaker view, but I'll be spotlighting our main presenters during their presentations. I have popped the programme in the chat box, but I'll pop it in there again so you can familiarise yourself with the programme. But I'd like to encourage you to take breaks as and when you need. We want you to be comfortable. So if you need a toilet break, if you want to grab a tea or coffee, please feel free. And finally, please continue to share your thoughts here and on Twitter. We love to see them, and it helps us to ensure the event has an impact beyond just the event itself. Finally, I would just like to read something in relation to working with our alumni. You know, people like Carl, who kind of come back to LSBU and they really shine a light on kind of like, you know, what they've taken from LSBU and the impact that they're having out on the world. So our students are determined, tenacious, and capable of greatness, but their access to a good education is far from guaranteed. Nearly all of our students face money worries, invisible obstacles, and limiting beliefs of some kind. So that's why LSBU exists, to break the barriers that hold back brilliance. Our community of former students, LSBU alumni, are at the heart of our mission. As change makers, they are leading the way in creating a fairer and more equitable society, and we do whatever we can to help them mobilise and have an impact. And I think that really reflects the work that Carl is doing. If you're a former student or you'd like to know more about our campaign, No Barriers to Brilliance, and how you can get involved, please email us, and I'll share the email address in the chat box shortly. That's all from me. I'm in the background if you have any questions at all throughout the event. But now I'd like to hand over to Carl.